Hello, teachers and future educators. Today we will be discussing adaptive learning. Pearson defines digital adaptive learning tools as educational technologies that can respond to a student's interaction in real time by automatically providing the students with individual support. For educators, this means that there are programs designed to help your students by reaching all of their needs. These programs function by teachers creating a lesson, or in more advanced programs, the teacher merely assigning a subject for the students to work on. How it works. First, let's start a lesson. No, we didn't pass. Since we didn't pass the first lesson, the computer program will now send us to an easier lesson that we can accomplish. Now we passed the easier lesson. Now the program will allow us to continue onto a harder lesson, which will be similar to the one that we first failed. Now that we failed the second lesson, it'll now send us to another, easier lesson than even the second lesson was. Let's go back and say that we didn't pass the second lesson. Let's say we even passed that lesson. Now the computer will give us another harder lesson to complete. Now let's go back to the beginning and say that we passed our lesson. Let's go back to that second lesson. Now let's say after we passed the first lesson that we failed. The computer will now send us to an easier lesson to complete. This whole process is repeated until the student has mastered the subject and can move on to the next topic. Now the pros are pretty obvious. These programs allow students to move at their own pace. The lessons are tailored to their needs. And all of this creates an environment where students are mastering the content which you want them to learn. The issues I see occurring with this are students getting off task, which happens all the time. However, teachers are normally directing the students. With these programs, students are more likely to get off task when the content is being tailored to them because they have more freedom with what they're doing. The other issue I found is that it's very limited content that they The only subject this is commonly used for students older than 6th grade is reading. For students younger than 7th grade, there are programs for math and spelling as well. Pearson addresses this issue of keeping track of students on task by stating that teachers can see how much time their students have been spending on each lesson and how many lessons they have completed. But teachers using this program need to be aware of students during this task and have clear goals and define accountability for the students while they're operating this program. Overall, I think these programs are great and useful tools in the classroom that allow students to move at their own pace, master their skills, and move past when they can to greater challenges so that we can work on the struggling students in the classroom. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Have a